Here we go. Welcome to another week. I just got my trailer safety checked up here in Canada. You got to get a safety check. We're in Nova Scotia. You got to get a safety check every freaking year. Anyways, I got that over there. Passed flying colors. Now I can take my street glide down to the valley to stick it on the dyno to get it tuned. All right, let's get at it. Hi, my name's Gus Cameron, and I'm the owner of This Old Chopper. Right on, just my favorite time of year, maintenance. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Let me flip it around. What a hot rod, eh? See them rockers? What do you think? Lightning bolts, yeah. S&S Customs. So let me flip it around and I'll show you what I'm gonna do, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so let's start back here. I'm gonna make sure all these bolts on the rotor are tight. There's nuts on the backside. I'm gonna make sure everything's tight. I'm gonna check the axle nut. I'm gonna check those caliper bolts. This is what loosened up last year. The bolts on my sprocket. There's nuts on the backside. So I'm gonna make sure they're all tight. I'm gonna grease the chain, check the chain for tension. Oh yeah, that's good. I already fixed the foot peg. I'm gonna do an oil change. There's my drain line. I just loosen it right here and I swing it out and it drips out of that line. That's what I put on there. I don't know. So I'm gonna check that. I already cleaned the air filter. I had that off. I cleaned it with brake clean, then I put a little bit of oil in it just to grab the dust. What else? Nothing else here. This has all been reinstalled and greased. So it's all cool, it's good. I'm going to oil the springs. Make sure that's all good. I'm gonna do a nice cleaning. It's very dusty. My lights all work. Everything is hokey dokey. I'm going to make sure everything's nice and tight. I had these off. They're all good. That's the rocker. That's all good. Yeah, that's the way it is. Everything's good here. I'm going to put a new oil filter on it. I should have marked the date down. I did it last year. Anyways, I'll do it again. I'm going to do the primary. Might put a set of plugs in it. I'm gonna clean the gas filter. You gotta put your hands on everything. You gotta make sure things are tight. Things are good. This is what you do. This is why you clean your bike. You clean it to make it look nice, but you also clean it so you can check things are tight. You know, everything is good and tight. Yeah. Good and tight. Is that a German guy? Anyway, so there you go. So that's what I'm up to. Today, I think I'm gonna do it, and let's get at it. So anybody that's ever got these bags on their bike knows that these rubbers, they pop off. They stay with the bar. So I just emptied the bag to put this rubber back on. And while I'm here, here's something I made. I videoed it a few years ago. Yeah, so Princess Auto, I think it cost me about 30 bucks in pieces. So this is a little adapter. This here locks onto your valve stem, whatever valve stem you're using, and you can share some air from a tire to get you pumped up and on the road and get you rolling again. So I could take air out of my back tire and fill up my front tire or a buddy's tire. And I keep this in my saddlebag. But how easy is it to share a bit of air? And that's the piece that you need to share air. There you go. So there you go. Okay, let's get this thing going. right, let's see if we can get some oil out of this thing. I got the cap off. I'm gonna need another wrench, I can see. Smaller than that, so probably a 5/8. Got a 5/8 right here. Maybe a crescent size. I don't freaking know. It's a plug. There we go. See if I can drip it all over the friggin' exhaust. Maybe not. There she goes. Yep, she's pretty dark too. Yep. It's not the greatest setup. I'm just going to put this on the pipe. Try to find a clean spot without freaking getting into it. Yep, I just got into it. I know what's going to happen. I know what's going to happen. So there you go. So we'll let that drain. I'll get the filter off and get some new oil in there. Give it a little cleanup. All right, we'll be back. All right. 2050. Got a filter today. Privateers. Yeah, we don't need the friggin' date sticker on it. Get rid of that. Nice new filter. I'm going to give this another little wipe. Looking pretty good. Do the face where the seal sits. It's all good. All good. There we go. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, who knows what's right, what's wrong. So I'm just gonna give it a little drink. Then I'm gonna use the remnants right there. I'm gonna put it on the ring, the O-ring, gasket, seal, whatever the frig you want to call it. Then I'm gonna try not to make a mess. And it didn't drip out. That's good. Put this on hand tight. And no more. And there it is. So now I got 3 liters over on the other side. I'm going to put in the tank. I don't think I'm going to do my primary right now. You know, I'm looking at my old videos, and I did my primary last spring, and you know, I'll be hard pressed to know that I put 500 miles on this chopper last year in the city. I rode it when I could, but I was probably at the cottage more last year since we just bought it, and I can see me going to the cottage more again this year. So engine oil is important. I'm not going to do the primary right now. Maybe I'll do the primary in the fall. But what I am going to do is I'm going to clean it. I want to clean the bike, do a thorough clean. Like I said, I got to do some oiling, some greasing. You know, I don't know, you Sportster people, where your clutch cable goes into your case. There's an O-ring in there, and I cannot stop that from leaking. It's a good fitting. It's not stripped. But it freaking drips. It drips from this clutch cable where it screws into the. I mean, I could put a small turn on that, I suppose, and see if I can just home it a little bit. But yeah, so I'm not going to do the primary right now. I'm just going to let it be. What size is that? Inch and 15/16. Just a hair under an inch. I usually use a crescent on that. Well, that's why the corners are all turned over. Maybe the guy before me used a crescent. So that's there. That's good. That's good. Like I said, I'm gonna clean it. There's nothing better than having a clean bike. I'll do it properly and stop using an oily rag. Geez, I seen something on My wife shared something with me about WD-40. You could use WD-40 and you could spray it on a rag and you could wipe your whole vehicle down. It makes sense because WD-40 is made from fish oil or something like that. It's a natural thing. It's a natural oil. So yeah, WD-40, wipe down your paint job. I think it's a pretty good idea. I know guys that do their spray their bikes down with WD-40 in the fall or the start of the winter to preserve them, stop them from rusting. But what the hell? Could use it on your paint job. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. So the oil filter is on, nice and chrome, nice and clean. I'm going to go around. Let's go around right now and put some oil in. I don't even know if you can still see me. I'm going to need a funnel. I can see that. There's a funnel. Here it is. Which one did I open? Not that one. This one. Let's use that up. Alright. Can you even see me? I don't even know. I'll have to edit this out if you can't. Yeah. It's good. I think oil changes are the number one most important thing that you can do for your vehicles. Whether it be a car, ride-out mower, friggin' whatever. Now just do a double check. 2050. 2050. I have a stick that I use to dip this tank with, the old dipstick. But I'm thinking 3 is what this bike wants, or what it should have. I mean, that's a homemade oil tank. Sean S&S Customs made that for me. Where's my stick? Here's my stick. The stick. Except I don't know which way it goes. Goes that way. So, we're not quite up. We're only a couple of inches on the stick. So I would say one more. I don't think it's going to hurt it. For you guys, there's the top of the bottom of the spigot. And the oil, I got a line right here where my finger is. And the oil right now is about here. So I'm going to put another quart in it. Another liter, whatever. I'm old school, quarts. Some guys down south like quarts. Hey, Hippie. Hippie likes quarts. That's Hippie's Chopper Corner. Me and him talk every once in a while. Good guy. Works on shovels. And he kills swing arm bikes down there. That's where swing arms die. They got way different rules than we got in Nova Scotia, let me tell you. Let me tell you. There might be a project coming up to the garage here this August. Might be doing a bike. Might be doing a hardtail Sportster for out west. Alberta has different frame rules or laws, whatever you want to call it, than we do. And I think I might be doing a bike. I think I might be doing I already talked to Sean. Sean said he would hardtail it for me. And I think it's an 89 or something like that. Freaking fluff on that. You don't want fluff in there. Why is that so crappy looking? Alright, she's clean. Now, in she goes. Oh yeah. I'm 1/8 of an inch away from the line that's on this stick. So I'm thinking let's put a little oil on the threads there for the bung. There it is. There's the bung with the O-ring. Goes in like that. And that's her. All right. We'll see what happens next. I am going away this weekend. I will try to get a video up Sunday night, which is in about 3 days. And we'll see what kind of content we can come up with between now and then. All right, hang with me. So the oil's all done. Let's give it a crank and see if I get any oil pressure. All right. See what happens. Green light, we're good. Get a choke. There you go. 17-point roadside inspection. Done. So we're good. I can ride it. Or I think I can. Got a bit of a fuel leak. What's going on? What's up with that? Oh, drip off the diaphragm right there. Why is that? Well, I guess that carb's coming off. Look at that. Drip, drip, drip. I think sometimes they said you can give the bowl a whack. Well, that stopped. So there you go. You never know what you're going to find. You never know what you're going to find. I'll put that there for now. Give the ain't it weird how stuff just happens, you know? You say, you know, I do all my checks and then all of a sudden something just happens and there's no real particular reason for it. But it just happens. It's not dripping anymore. Turn the gas back on. There, gas is on. Yeah, still dripping. That's all right. I like taking them carburetors apart. I don't mind it one bit. All right, we'll do that next week. I'm busy. Tomorrow, heading to the cottage. So I'll wrap this up. Sunday, I'll come out I'll finish up the video, and then I'll get it all edited, fixed up, and uploaded on Sunday. All right. Thanks for watching. So there you go. We got her done. Like I said, I got a little bit of a fuel leak right there. I'm going to figure out what it is tomorrow, and I'll let you know in the next video what it was, what's leaking. And we're going to get this thing shined up, get it off the table. A couple things I forgot to do on the shovel head. I want to get the shovel back on the table, fix that up, check my tire pressures, chain's done. You know, got to do my springs yet. Haven't done the springs yet. But just do a once over on everything. Get that fuel leak figured out. But listen, a special shout out to my buddies out west in Alberta. Hope you kids are doing good. Hang in there and support the parents and clean up your room. Do the dishes, right? Right. All right. So listen, like I say every week, if you haven't heard from a buddy, why don't you call them, email them, check on them. Check on a family. They need to hear from you. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks a lot, and ciao.